Welcome to Core Solutions of Skype for Business, and in this video, designing and publishing a Skype for Business topology, I'm going to update the topology for the New York site. Since I'm going to be adding the New York site to it, I'm going to be adding both the front end and a back end server to it. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to download the existing topology, then afterwards update the topology to reflect the New York site, and then I'm going to publish it. So on London, Skype for Business 1, I'm going to open the Topology Builder. So the first thing I'm going to always do is I'm going to download the topology from the existing deployment. Wait while it does is it's going to find it, and we'll talk about this a bit later also, but it's going to look in the service for a published topology for it. And once it finds it, I'm going to save it. So I'm going to call this one right here, Lab 1. I'm going to save it. So that's the first thing I've done on that. So I've downloaded the existing one, and now I'm going to update the topology to reflect the New York site. So I go here, Skype for Business, and I'm going to do is new central site. So right here, and call this a New York site. New York. City is New York. I'm going to open the front end wizard while this one and just close it. That's great and everything. Now before I define this new front end pool, I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go to SQL 3, and I got to make a share for it for replication purposes. So the C drive right here. I'll make a new folder. Skype share. Then I'm going to do share with specific people. I'm going to share with administrator, read write, and of course the administrator is the owner. That's great. Fantastic. Okay, great. There, done. Now I'm going to do is go back to the other pool right there. So I'm going to define the new front end pool, and this one right here. Now this is going to be an Enterprise Edition front end pool. Of course, not a Standard Edition one. So the Enterprise one, of course, is much more robust. Now the computer FQDN on this one, of course, is going to NYC-SFP3, so that's in New York, right on there. Next, now the things I'm going to allow conferencing, including audio, video, and application sharing. Now I'm going to co-locate it. So co-located is going to actually cut down on your server count. I'm not going to enable an edge pool to be used at this time. That'll be in a later video. Right here. So I'm going to have a new SQL share. And this one right here. Now I'm going to take a default instance on this. I'm not going to make it highly available at this time, anything. Great. I'm not going to enable SQL mirroring. All that can be done later. Notice the default is filled in there. Great. Now on this one right here, I'm going to do is this. I'm going to define a new file share, file store. Now remember the SQL 3 that we did is I created on London SQL 3 a new folder on that one, remember? And then that one, of course, was called Skype Share, which already exists on London SQL 1, by the way. Now, what I'm not going to do is this. I'm going to leave everything default. You notice the pool is the one that, the New York pool that I created. Great. Now I'm not going to associate it with an OWA server. That'll be later on in another video. Great. Okay, fantastic. I'm all done. So the next thing I need to do is I'm going to publish the topology. Very easy. Publish topology. This will take a little time. It'll do a validation check. It may give some warnings. It's okay. So the beautiful thing about this is if you get any errors on it, you can correct the errors and then just republish it again. So this lets you know the database is the one that's part of the topology. So right now, so it hasn't been created or upgraded in the SQL Server on this right now. All right, good. Let it go through its process here. As you can see, it's going through and just cruising along. Now this is successful, but the some have some warnings on here. And notice here's a to-do list. Just tells you about this. Take a look at the to-do list right here. Just gives you a little bit of information. Now I look through here, completed with warnings. So let's view the log in that. So we can go through this, and so some of the ones we drill down to the one that was a warning. It's just warning. These are just about some of the settings that are on there. Just these are actually warning. It's quite fine, actually. Finish. Just to let you know, if I republish this again, there won't be any warnings this time. And the first time, just letting you know that it changed some settings. Prove it to you right here. Republish it again. Notice now there's no warning. A lot of times you do that, you get some warnings, you fix it, rerun it, and they all disappear. Finish. So what we've done is, in this video, I've done is updated the topology because we've added the New York site to it. So in New York, we added some servers, a front end, SFB3, and a back end, one in SQL 3. Created a share on it, and then I did some published the topology. This concludes this video. Thank you for watching.